Minister, this is Colonel Strigger.
How do you do, sir?
A shattering business, Colonel. The Prime Minister's already at Checkers. We'll be there in 30 minutes. We've been in constant communication with Paris, Moscow, and Bonn during your visits. I think the British government's approval will be a formality.
The evidence is absolutely conclusive.
If I might just...
Sure, Colonel.
It may speed things up.
The clincher is at the back.
It's an enlarged single frame from the cine film, sir.
It couldn't possibly be a fake.
The film was found undeveloped still in the camera.
Peter, please.
Take Jean back to the car. I must get this.
It's genuine. Take my word for it.
Keep pace with the escort.
I'll take the file, sir.
Would you turn around, Colonel?
Ah, Colonel Straker.
Gentlemen.
Please sit down.
Thank you. First of all, I should like to apologize on behalf of General Henderson for his absence. As you probably know, he's still recovering from injuries he received in the car crash.
Thank you, Colonel. No doubt you will make an excellent substitute. Now, gentlemen, I suggest the best way for us to proceed is by a process of question and answer.
Colonel, as representative of our respective governments, we are being asked to approve the largest financial appropriation ever envisaged for an international project. 2 questions. Is the project, the whole project, absolutely necessary? And if it is, are we getting value for money?
I believe the setting up of SHADO is not only necessary, but absolutely vital. Every day we just sit about and talk about it, the potential danger increases. As to your second question, I believe this breakdown of expenditure might be helpful.
Fleet of submarines? Base on the moon? Satellites?
If I might point out, sir, we're confronted with alien spacecraft, possibly from another solar system.
Maybe the General and Colonel Straker have been reading too much science fiction.
The Earth is faced with a power threat from an extraterrestrial source. We've moved into an age when science fiction has become fact. We need to defend ourselves.
And how long will it take to set up this defense organization?
We estimate 7 to 10 years.
10 years? But you say, Colonel, the danger is imminent.
Yes, sir, that's true. But the type of organization we need can't be set up overnight. All I say is that any delay only increases the danger.
The estimate for security is astronomical.
It's a vital aspect.
Everything seems vital.
How is SHADO to be organized regarding personnel?
On strictly military lines, we hope to recruit the best people available.
Internationally?
Yes.
And who will command this international band of heroes?
My government has stipulated the commander-in-chief must be an American.
Oh, yes, we know.
As the nation being asked to dig a little deeper into its pocket.
Naturally.
Gentlemen, we asked Colonel Straker here to answer our questions. I suggest we let him do so.
Well, there's no question in my mind, gentlemen. There's only one man for the job, General Henderson. He's the obvious choice.
Any further questions? Thank you, Colonel Straker.
Monsieur Duval, I understand you have 3 daughters.
Yes.
I pray that you never find yourself looking down at one of their mutilated bodies. I hope that the next UFO incident is not in your hometown. Thank you for your time.
Well, gentlemen?
It has been approved unanimously. You've done a great job, Ed.
Well, I thought I'd screwed it up, sir. I was only in there about 10 minutes.
Well, all we've got to do now is work 16 hours a day for the next 10 years.
Sure.
Oh, there is another thing I had to tell you. They appointed the commander-in-chief.
Who?
You.
Me?
Again, it was unanimous. It seems the French delegate, Duval, was particularly insistent.
But, sir, why?
Why not choose me? Oh, come on, let's not kid ourselves, Colonel. What sort of shape am I in? What sort of shape would I be in 10 years' time?
Oh, nonsense, General. Well, in a couple of months, you'll be out of that thing, up and about, as fit as ever.
You can always refuse. But if you do, it's got to be now. There'll be no turning back later.
Block's nearly finished.
Yes.
What'll happen to it then?
Oh, it'll be used. When it's finished, government department's moving in. Income tax, probably.
All that for the sake of security?
How else can you cover up the excavating of a couple of million cubic feet of earth?
I hear they're installing a voice print identification mechanism.
Yes, I tried out the prototype last week. It identified me as a female technician from Dublin. They said it was only a teething problem.
Well, they could be right. Come to think of it, you do look like one. A female technician from Dublin. Nice to see you smile again, Ed.
Well, fellas.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Well, how's it all going?
Slow, but we'll get there.
Well, we are a bit behind, but I think we can make it up later.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Let's take a look at the office, Alec.
See you later. Well, it's all beginning to take shape.
Yes, this is it. Shadow HQ. The nerve center of the whole organization. Night and day down here, and I don't see why some fool of a
Anything on the
subcontractor shouldn't do the same.
Nothing.
A week? Look, I'll give them 3 days to deliver.
All right, switch on again.
Yes, yes. All right, but let me know as soon as you can, will you? Thanks.
Let's buzz through the BHT wiring.
Okay.
Terminal 642 to 640.
Negative.
Try it again. I'll mark it down.
We got trouble on the computer interface with the readout unit.
Oh, no. Let's hope it's just one of those plug-in circuits and nothing more serious.
Nothing. Could be a dry joint.
Well, the control complex is complete. Fully operational. All we need now are the technicians.
How are the first batch of recruits making out?
Oh, security checks, aptitude tests, 6-month training, and then further tests. It's a pretty tough schedule. The original 50 have been whittled down to 8.
8?
Yes. Second batch seem to be doing a little better.
When can we expect the first group to finish their training?
A few months. It'll be spring. Good time to start.
Well, it's been a long, hard slog. But we're ready. We're ready. I know how hard you've all worked. I think we can assume that the worst is over. And I want to thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Miss Eland,
The report.
thank you. Messages?
Information. Q21 answer negative. Q46 satellite link effective. Q9700. The computer readouts available from today.
Have them put straight through to me, will you?
Yes, sir.
Sighting confirmed. Course varying 8 to 10 degrees. Get moon base.
Right. Hello, Gay. How long has it been banking and weaving like this?
It started 2 minutes, 20 seconds ago, sir. Before that, course and speed were constant.
What were the readings?
Course 037164. Speed sol 1.6.
Never had a flight pattern like this before.
Course still varying. Speed now 0.85 and reducing.
Thank you. How long before Commander Straker comes on duty?
What's the panic?
A UFO. Its approach is much slower than usual, and it's varying course constantly.
Yes, but maintaining an overall flight path. Yes, I agree with you, Alec. This zigzagging is unusual.
It's almost as if it were trying to avoid something.
Or find something. Well, we can't take any chances. Sound a red alert for all ground stations.
Shadow control to all stations. We have a red alert. Repeat, condition is red.
Interceptors, immediate launch.
Immediate launch.
Stand by to set missile control computer.
Right.
Missile timing 1-4-7-5.
Missile launch. 10 seconds.
Positive. Contact lost. Moon base to shadow control.
We hit it, Commander.
Well done, Lieutenant. Oh, that one certainly made a new approach. I wonder what it was trying to do.
We'll never know, I'm glad to say.
Cigar?
Thank you.
Moon base to shadow control.
What is it, Lieutenant?
I have another contact, sir.
A second UFO?
No, sir. The same one.
The same one, but you reported a positive detonation.
I know, sir. The scanners showed negative.
But it's back.
Well, what's the position now, Lieutenant?
I'm sorry, sir. It's through moon base defenses.
Heading for Earth.
Thank you. Can't understand how those interceptors missed. Seemed to me that UFO was a sitting target.
Maybe that's what we were supposed to think.
And it's a good point, Alec. Force the interceptors to release their missiles, avoid them, then it gets a clear run past the moon base defenses. Where is it now?
Range 7 million.
Trajectory termination?
Difficult to say. It's changing course more violently than before. Nearest we can get is Western Europe.
Well, it could be damaged. Lieutenant Ellis reported a strike.
Speed increasing. 1.4. 1.8. 2.4.
That does it. We'll never get near it at that speed. Must get a closer ETT. Is the rate of descent constant?
More or less. There's still a slight variation.
Should be possible to work out a broad target area.
We tried, but our readings are less than adequate, computer data.
Do your best, Lieutenant. Looks like it's going to hit. The question is, what is it up to?
Tell you what I think, Alec. I think that UFO is under manual control. first, the flight variation was used to disrupt our computer programs. But now, I think the alien is fighting to regain control.
Well, that makes sense. If it's damaged.
Yes. The next few minutes are going to be very interesting.
Direct termination. Areas 17 to 23.
Too close for comfort. Sound a red alert.
Sir. Course 017422.
Lieutenant?
ETT, area 17, map reference 405, green.
Launch stations. Check boosters 1, 2, and 3. Clear 1.
One and two cleared.
Lift-off stations.
Liftoff -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Sky 1 to control. Airborne.
We have you on positive track, Sky 1. Set onboard computer for interception course.
I have it on radar. Closing. Have visual contact. Setting missile firing sequence. -10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 0.
Yes, Miss Elin.
If there's nothing else, sir, I'll be going home.
No, that's all right, Miss Elin. I'm about to leave myself. Good night. Straker.
Possible sighting, Commander.
Have trace on positive track. Course 428146 green. Speed 0 Sol 8. Range 32 million miles closing. Red alert. Red alert.
Control to interceptors. Have UFOs on positive track.
Green 140.
Moon base to Shadow Control. Confirm UFO sightings. Going for intercept.
maintaining speed and course. Apogee 027.324. Range 20 million miles.
Positive track green 140273. Yes, we have that. Roger. We confirm orbital reference. Speed correction. Sol 0.7.
I have green on 1, 2, and 3.
Roger.
Speed Sol 0.78. Range 17 million miles.
Anything?
No, nothing yet, sir.
Missile 3 destruct negative. UFO beyond interceptor range heading for Earth.
Pretty effective blanket detonation by the interceptors.
But not good enough.
Well, the one that got through is almost certainly damaged. Sky One should get it.
Where's that trajectory termination?
Just coming through, sir. North Atlantic, grid reference G6. Commander Straker, there's an aircraft entering the target area.
Well, if it's not a military jet, what the blazes is it?
It's not a commercial airliner. It's far too high and way off the air lanes.
XV-104 to control.
This is control.
Leveled out at 250,000. Airspeed 2200. Pressure normal. Cabin temperature 72. We'll start the test schedule when we get to area G6.
G6. Roger, XV-104.
Is that VAC? Have you an aircraft overflying the Atlantic?
Shall I call it off?
Now, hold on. Sir, it's an experimental jet on a test flight.
Commercial?
Ventura Aircraft Corporation. They're on the line.
I understand you have a jet over the North Atlantic. Grid reference,
G6.
G6. All right. Tell your pilot to alter course. Well, anywhere. Just get him out of that area. Look, I don't care how much money it costs. Get him out of there or you won't have an aircraft to test.
We're 150 miles from the test area. ETA 4 minutes.
Right.
It's Skydiver, sir. Captain Carlin.
What's the position you're in, Captain?
Compute, we can go for immediate intercept after Sky One lifts off.
Right.
Sky One airborne, sir. Going for intercept.
Course steady at 014. Airspeed 2185 knots. Jim, we're just about coming up to... What is it?
We'll soon find out. We're closing, fast. It's unbelievable. Stand by with the reconnaissance camera. Try to get some close shots.
Have UFO on radar track. Closing in for attack.
Control to XV-104.
What is it, Control?
Alter course to 024.
Listen, Bill, forget the test schedule. We're onto something up here. I'll explain later.
Listen, Bolt, this is a direct instruction. Alter course.
Sorry, Control, out.
Get on to someone in authority. Dig the chairman out of bed if necessary.
What do I tell him?
I'll tell him the aircraft's violating a war game area. Anything. Just get it out of there.
Yes, sir.
Range 125 miles, closing.
You'll have to call it off. Sky One attacks. That aircraft takes its chances.
Program set. Missile launch, 25 seconds.
Paul, there's another aircraft. Just keep taking those shots.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Request UFO fix and attack coordinates.
Roger, Sky One.
My eyes. My eyes. What's happened to my eyes? My eyes.
Now,
What's
Mr.
happened to my eyes?
It's all right. It's all right. Come along. It's all right.
Right, thank you, nurse. Temporary blindness, Mr. Foster. In a few days, you'll be able to see as well as ever. My name's Fraser. Dr. Fraser. Where am I? Grenville Hospital. You ejected just in time. Hungry? I guess so. Good. I had some food sent in.
What happened to Jim?
He didn't make it. I'm sorry.
Have trace on positive track, course 428146, green. Speed 0, Sol 8. Range 20 million miles, closing.
Termination?
It should be through any second.
Tell Moonbase to launch the interceptors.
Red alert. Red alert.
Control to interceptors. Have UFOs on positive track. Green 140.
Moonbase to Shadow Control.
Confirm UFO sightings. Go for intercept.
Range 5 million miles.
Paul, how are you?
Fine.
Doctors say you're in great shape.
Well, they should know.
Sit down, Paul. Cigar?
Oh, thanks.
Paul, you're a pilot. A test pilot. One of the best. And you've been through a traumatic experience. Still, that's all in the past. Consider the future. Your future.
My future?
What I thought was that you should take a rest. On full pay, of course.
Oh, of course.
I suggest that we talk again in, say, a couple of months.
One question. Where's the cine film from the reconnaissance camera?
Now, look, Paul.
Where's that film?
Paul.
Got my report? You read it?
Explosion.
Look, what I wrote is true. That's the way it happened.
Unidentified flying object.
Look, just process that film.
Both the plane and the film are with a military investigation unit.
All right, I want a hearing.
They will tear that story of yours to shreds. You will never fly again for me. Or for anybody else. Do you understand that?
Hi, Alec. Well, what do you think?
You should have warned me.
Well, I just considered that this was what any well-turned-out film executive would wear. Have to maintain our cover. I gotta start showing my face up top.
Talking of cover, I've had General Henderson on the line.
What does he want?
Foster wants a hearing.
Foster? A test pilot.
And he's no pushover. He knows what he saw and he's sticking to it.
Well, wasn't the co-pilot killed?
Yeah.
So whatever he says is not corroborated.
Right.
Well, I hope you find the surroundings to your liking.
It's a new twist.
To sit down. Comfort, privacy, complete security. What more could you ask for?
The answer to a couple of questions.
Try me.
Where's the cine film from the XV-104?
As I was about to say, fortunately, the camera in question wasn't damaged.
Then did I or didn't I see an unidentified flying object?
You're not sure.
Don't play games.
You know, I believe you saw something.
Well, at least that's a start.
Ah, coffee.
Look, Jackson, let's stop fencing around. Now, that film shows close-ups of an object, right? Now, I'm an experienced test pilot. That thing was extraterrestrial, I'm telling you.
Run the film, Si.
I don't understand. There's the other aircraft. What have you done? What have you done? What are you trying to pull? You've erased it, fixed it.
Why? Why should I do that?
I ought to knock that smile right back down.
Yes, things are not always what they seem to be, Mr. Foster. Okay. You saw that?
More games.
Did you see it stop?
Stop?
Look, I throw it up, and it falls back into my hand. But for a split second, just at the top of the trajectory, it stops. Did you see it? But it did stop.
If you say so.
No, Foster, it didn't. It's moving forward at 500 knots, like everything else in this plane. And yet again, this whole aircraft is moving with the rotation of the Earth. Confusing, but fact. Apparent facts can be confusing in an aircraft at night at 250,000 feet. Now, tell me all about it. What did you see from that cockpit?
An extraterrestrial spacecraft.
A light source?
Yes.
A trick of light?
No.
A reflection from the instrument panel?
No.
Refracted from the glass of your visor and the windscreen?
No!
There are 100 other explanations.
Only one, and you know it.
Well, I have a report to write. If you could give me a few facts. Your name, Paul Foster. Address, I have it. You've been a pilot for...
8 years.
8 years. And a test pilot for 2.
Right.
Now, I can see here you reported a sighting 3 years ago.
Yes.
And another 2.5 years before that.
That's right.
Then we shouldn't be meeting again for another couple of years.
I don't normally enter rooms this way.
The janitor let me in.
Good old janitor. Drink?
Why did you murder my brother? Then they told me you'd worked out a story to cover wrecking a very expensive aircraft and killing my brother.
Well, you've heard both sides of the story. What do you believe?
I don't know.
You know, as long ago as 1968, the authorities issued a report officially denying the existence of UFOs. Why?
I don't understand.
Why deny it? Why bother? I'll give you a reason. Let's say the authorities had proof, indisputable proof that UFOs had come to Earth. What would be the result if it leaked out? Mass hysteria, terror, a breakdown of authority. So, they issue a report, an official denial, and try to discredit anyone who claims to have seen one. 5 years ago, I saw one. 2 years later, another. They exist, you've got to believe them. Up there with your brother, I saw something.
I believe you.
Thanks.
Your brother had a camera. Did they find it?
I don't know. There are some personal effects, but I'm not allowed to have them yet. Something to do with security.
Who told you that?
A man called Koufax.
Koufax? Do me a favor, meet me tomorrow.
But what are you going to do?
Follow my nose. Don't worry. Everybody else thinks I'm a nut. I've got nothing to lose.
Where are you going?
See you tomorrow.
Koufax, you've got a mind like a steel trap. Straker.
Paul Foster. No, I don't think I want to speak to him now. Tell him to meet me in the studio. In an hour. Right. Find Alec Freeman for me, will you? Ask him to come here.
Yes, sir.
You wanted to see me?
Yes. I'm seeing Paul Foster in an hour.
How much does he know?
That's what I aim to find out. You look after things down here.
You plan to use that?
Good afternoon.
My name's Foster.
Ah, yes, to see Mr. Straker. Mr. Straker told me to tell you to meet him at Rupert Square.
Rupert Square?
Hold it right there. You must be Foster. I'm Straker. Ed Straker. Hey, Louis! Where are you?
I'll be right with you, sir.
Is, that thing real?
Excuse me. Yes, we'll get something built over here. It'll be safe to I'd really like to see something interesting up along on the top there. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine, Louis. You can go ahead.
Right, thanks, Mr. Straker. We'll start building right away.
Just check with me in the morning about the final details.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to work out just fine. Oh, that's Louis, my construction manager. Great guy. Well, what's on your mind, Mr. Foster?
Unidentified flying objects.
Oh, good subject. You got a script?
No. I really mean it. I saw one.
Now, why don't you tell me all about it then?
Yes?
Where's Commander Straker, Miss Eland?
He's still with Foster, sir.
Thanks.
That really is a very good story, Mr. Foster. When I'm in the film business, I suggest you tell that story to the police, the Army, the Marines. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a very heavy schedule.
Quite a switch, Air Force Colonel, to film executive.
You must have your wires crossed somewhere.
Have I?
Mr. Foster, let's step into my office.
Some office.
Oh, it's too big. Sparsely furnished. Very hard to eat. But we won't be disturbed. Oh, it's soundproof, too.
Look, 10 years ago, you were a colonel in the Air Force, a degree in astrophysics, 2 years lunar research at MIT, a career officer. What happened?
Well, let's say the car crash made me want to change my career.
Why did it crash?
We had a blowout.
On a Rolls Royce at 50 miles an hour.
They don't make the tires.
Then why was the whole area cordoned off?
Well, you've obviously read the report. A British cabinet minister was killed. Security.
I don't buy it, Straker.
Look, I'm not trying to sell you anything, boy.
Look, sir, I've been through a lot these last few weeks. First there was Koufax. I found a letter to you in his safe. Oh, that was innocent enough, but someone got at him. And then Jackson from the military investigation team. What happened to the film, Straker? The film that showed the proof. The film that cost my co-pilot his life. And then those two bright boys who came to my apartment and bust the place up. I suppose they were sent to frighten me off.
Where's your evidence, Foster? Just show me one thing. Just one. What you're saying is that Foster's right and everyone else is wrong.
What I'm saying is that I'm right.
Oh, you're wrong, Foster. You're so wrong.
Look, I don't give up. I keep slinging the mud until some of it sticks. You have never laughed at this, Mr. Film Executive Straker.
Things are not always what they seem, Mr. Foster. An acoustic gun. It's very clever. Place charges in the wall of a set, for example. Load the gun with blanks, and when you fire it, the sound detonates the charges. Very realistic. Well, you look surprised. I think we got a few more surprises for you. Let's go. Open up. It's all right, Miss Heelan. So, you're a test pilot.
That's right.
Trained to expect the unexpected.
I guess so.
And brace yourself. Straker.
Voice identification positive. Commander Straker.
Where are we?
The underground headquarters of SHADO.
SHADO?
Okay, Alec. Wheel them in.
So what happens now?
You were on a test flight over the North Atlantic, Foster. Due to a kind of dogged stupidity, you found yourself in the middle of a UFO incident. Well, this is Colonel Freeman. Dr. Fraser, you already know.
Hello, Foster. How are the eyes?
We induced a temporary blindness, just to keep you on ice for a few days. Now, your boss, Koufax, knows nothing of all this, but he played along. He has his military contract to think of. Operatives Doug Jackson and Cy Chan. Jackson's a psychiatrist as well as a trained interrogator. His report told me quite a lot about you.
Yes, determined, good logical thought pattern, a little headstrong.
Louis Graham, electronics man. And he happens to be a pretty good construction manager as well.
So you had the whole thing wrapped up from the start. Why this setup? Why Shadow? Why this secrecy?
You summed it up pretty well yourself.
I'll give you a reason. Let's say the authorities had proof, indisputable proof that UFOs had come to Earth. What would be the result if it leaked out? Mass hysteria, terror, a breakdown of authority.
I said that in the apartment.
So, they issue a report.
Hello, Paul.
The field leader of Project Foster, Operative Jana Wade. It's all been a test for you, Foster. You followed a predictable set of clues. You even showed a certain initiative. But basically, it was an inevitable chain that led you to the studio. Thank you. Now stay, Alec. You realize, of course, that we can never let you go free. You know too much. There is one way. Shadow needs men. I'm talking about leaders, commanders, men able to captain the world's most advanced submarines, take control of Moonbase. The right men. Are you one, Foster? After the stiffest medical you've ever experienced? After weeks of computer and psychoanalytic tests? After a training course that will tear your guts out, you might be halfway there.
Well, I'd like to try.
I thought you would. Read this.
Foster. Paul J. 804.
It's all yours, Alec. Straker. Yes, I'll speak to him. Would you get me Moonbase, please? Oh, and by the way, where are those transit reports I asked for? Would you get this, please, and get it good and clear? Immediately means now. Right.
Okay.
All clear.
Launch stations.
Launch stations!
Good luck, Colonel.
Liftoff -10.
Sky 1 to Skydiver Control. Airborne.
Roger, Sky 1.
Replacement Sky 1 approaching rendezvous.
Roger, Sky 1. Have begun docking procedure.
You've got a great crew there, Captain. It's been a privilege working with you these past weeks.
We've enjoyed your company, sir. Hope you have a good furlough.
Don't worry. I really plan to let my hair down.
I'm so glad you could make it.
Hi, Sylvia.
It's a bit late for introductions.
Yeah, looks as though I've got a lot of catching up to do.
Let's start with a drink. What would you like?
Scotch.
Good night, Sylvia. Good night, Paul. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Oh, I'll walk you to the door. Why don't you fix yourself a drink?
Good night, Sylvia. Thanks for the lovely party.
Is this what you're looking for?
It's a great party.
Looks like it.
What's the time?
4:30.
Do you know, I've got to be up around 7 tomorrow.
You poor little thing.
$4:30, $5:30, $6:30.
Do you know what you need? An alarm clock. Here's your coffee, Keith.
Yeah, that's just what I needed.
Good morning, sir.
Moonbase to control. Sighting. Area red 042184.
How does it look, Lieutenant?
We're awaiting confirmation.
It could be better, Foster. Keep it up, Rowan.
UFO 428. Speed 1.5 million miles per second. Bearing positive. Course 017234 red.
Sighting confirmed. We have a UFO on positive track.
Red alert. Interceptors, immediate launch. Interceptors, immediate launch. Moonbase to control. We have a positive sighting. Control to interceptors. Break formation. We'll relay new flight plans.
Zero 17348-101.
Speed.
Sol 0, 0.5 reducing.
Program computers for missile firing sequence.
Program complete. Missile firing 18.4.
Moonbase for you, sir.
All right, go ahead, Lieutenant.
We have the UFO termination fix. Southern England, grid reference 4706.
Yes, ground radar gave us the same information, Lieutenant.
How badly was it damaged?
Well, the interceptor scored a probable hit, but the UFO seemed to maintain its course. Listen, Lieutenant, I want Moonbase maintained on a full red alert. If that UFO breaks cover and lifts off, I want it destroyed. Now keep me informed.
Roger and out.
Has Colonel Freeman left?
Yes, sir, a couple of hours ago. Should I contact him?
No, that's all right. I'll call him at home.
Right.
This your car, miss?
Yes.
Not a very clever way to park.
I don't remember.
Anyone with you?
No. No.
Could I see your driver's license, please, miss? Free to control. Red Sports, registration B Bravo M Mike W Whiskey 189. Would you get out of the car, please, miss?
What? Why?
Get out of the car, please.
Look, I don't understand. I was just driving home when you stopped.
That was a stupid thing to try, miss. I think you better give me the keys. Give me the keys, please. Don't give me a hard time, miss.
This is Commander Straker. Is Colonel Lake around? Well, where's Colonel Foster? No, don't bother. Just spread it around. I'm on my way in, will you? I find it helps efficiency. What's the problem?
I wonder if you could give me a lift.
Why? What's the matter?
My car doesn't seem to want to start.
Well,
I live just a little way down this road. If you could,
All right. Jump in.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry to trouble you like this.
Oh, forget it. It's no trouble.
Oh, you're an American?
That's right. Boston.
Oh. I find most Americans are very, mechanically minded.
Oh?
I'm not, I'm afraid. Well, take my card. It's probably just a lead or wire or something like that.
What is your line, Mr.
Clark. Daniel Clark. That's what I am. a bank clerk. I pride myself on being a good judge. I'd say you were some kind of, executive.
Yes, I guess you could say that.
Oil?
Motion pictures.
Oh, films. Oh, that must be a very exciting life. Oh, anywhere along here will be just fine. I live over there, just beyond the wood.
Well, there we are, Mr. Clark.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it. No trouble at all.
I appreciate.
What's the matter? What's wrong?
Commander Straker's car, sir.
Where?
3 kilometers from junction 14. How does it feel?
Like it's just been shaken by an angry orangutan.
Well, I'm afraid you will live, Commander.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Paul, what have we got?
Daniel Frederick Clark, age 44, works in a bank, married with 2 children.
Nothing else?
No criminal record. Not even a traffic indictment, nothing. A solid, law-abiding citizen, Mr. Average. We'll find out more when we pick him up.
Well, Mr. Average threw me across the car like a rubber doll.
Yes, there are certain psychiatric conditions that can impart tremendous physical strength for brief periods. Tensions, stresses of one kind or another build up and finally explode.
Maybe you should take a few days off.
Morning, sir.
No, I'm fine. How are the new interceptor pilots shaping up on Moonbase, Paul?
How soon should they be ready?
Well, they should be ready in a month.
A month? Nearer 6 weeks.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Colonel Foster, I want you to read that.
What is it?
An ultimatum.
Notice is hereby given that unless the terms herewith are...
First, the Fairfield Tracker Station, and then Skydiver 3 will be destroyed.
And then Shadow Control and Commander Straker.
Unless Shadow ceases all operation.
Surrender? Where'd you get it?
Daniel F. Clark must have slipped it into my coat.
These conditions, Moonbase to be evacuated, all skydivers to surface. But if Clark did write this, he knows a hell of a lot about our organization.
I want a security check on all Shadow installations. Get me a line link to all Skydiver captains.
Yes, sir.
Put Moonbase on yellow alert. And while we're about it, we'll have a little security drill right here in 30 minutes.
This is Control.
I knew an old police captain once, Paul. He used to get 100 crank letters a week. The one he ignored was the one that killed him. Get on to the Fairfield commander. They're first on the list. Yes, sir.
What is it?
Perimeter fence, sir. Section 4.
Get someone out there.
Get some men out of the fence.
Over there. Stay where you are. On the ground. Move! Right, on your feet. Up. Come on. Hands over your head. Get to the Jeep. Move! We've got him, sir. We're coming in now.
Has he been cleared by security control?
Yes, sir, we gave him the works. X-ray, everything. He's clear.
Right. Wait outside. What's your name?
Clark. Daniel Clark. But I seem to be a little confused.
Well, Mr. Clark, you do realize you've entered a restricted area.
No.
Are you trying to tell me you didn't see the notices?
Notices? No.
Do you own a typewriter?
No. No, I don't.
Oh, I see. Guard! Lock him up somewhere. And get me a security line of control.
Listen, I really can't remember how...
Just keep walking.
You've entered a restricted area.
No.
Do you own a typewriter?
No. No, I don't.
Oh, I see. Guard! Lock him up somewhere. And get me a security line of control.
64 seconds later, an explosive detonation, force 17.
Well, Captain, you're the expert.
Well, I have to admit I'm baffled. This man Clark is stripped, checked electronically, cleared on all counts. These recorded results show radiation check negative, X-ray negative, biosensors negative. To produce a force 17 detonation would take 4 pounds of our latest explosive.
Or 2 pints of nitroglycerin.
The eye of the explosion seemed to be centered on the main electrical switch panel.
Yes, a 10,000 volt input. But if he tried anything there, all he would have done was to blow the main fuses or electrocute himself. At worst, he may have started a fire.
Was there anything already on the base that he might have used?
No explosives of any kind, no. Nuclear material, nothing. You know, in the right conditions, you can make a bomb out of a bag of flour, but not a detonation of this magnitude.
Captain, I want you to go down to our naval installation. I'm putting you in command of security on Skydiver 3, the next target.
We'll need to take this section down another 3 meters. We won't be able to get near it till the end of the week. End of the week? Behind schedule already. What? I said we're behind schedule as it is. Look, what you have to do is... move some of them out. You okay, Mr. Mason?
And I'll need the file on the cost estimates and a copy of that report as soon as it's typed.
It should be ready this afternoon. Oh, I made the reservations in Geneva.
Good. Tickets?
In your briefcase, sir, with the traveler's checks and cash.
Thank you. That seems to take care of everything. Just finish that report and get me those couple of calls.
Yes, sir.
And cancel all appointments for me on Friday. I'll speak to the accountant first. Listen.
Excuse me, sir, I must go.
Are you all right?
I have to leave.
Well, I don't understand. Is anything wrong?
I must go at once.
You don't feel well. Come and sit down.
Skydiver 3 was due to sail tomorrow, but I've brought its departure time forward to 2100 hours tonight.
Right, I'll be aboard.
I told the captain to remain at sea until further orders.
That's a good idea, sir. Once we're mid-ocean, we should be safe enough.
Let's hope so.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Commander Straker for you, sir.
Right. I just want to check on your departure time, Captain.
We make 2100 hours all right, sir.
Have you, searched the ship?
Yes, sir. We've been over her with electro scanners top to bottom.
That's fine. Well, good luck, Captain.
Well, there's nothing more we can do except wait.
Well, isn't there, Paul? I seem to recall an unlocated UFO. I want it found.
Yes, sir.
Security.
Captain Lauritsen's here.
Good. We're expecting him. Captain Lauritsen's here. Good evening, Captain. May I have your pass, please, sir? Thank you, sir.
Let me check your case, please, sir.
Traveling lights. Fingerprints, please, Captain. Thank you, sir. Well,
Everything seems to be in order, Captain.
Go right ahead, sir. They're expecting you on board. Get me skydiver.
Skydiver.
Security here, sir. We have an intruder.
Is he armed?
No, sir.
Right. Sound a general alert.
This is an alert.
Get me Commander's statement.
Voice print identification. Request voice print identification. You have 5 seconds. Voice print negative.
Where is he now?
In the voice print trap. Get that submarine out to sea.
We'll be underway in a couple of minutes.
Clear fore and aft, sir.
Right. Sever ship to short umbilicals.
Yes, sir. Sever ship to shore umbilicals.
Clear the deck and secure hatch.
Clear the deck. Yes, sir.
Hatch secure, sir.
Let's go.
Slow ahead.
Slow ahead. Check it.
He's gone. Must be a boat.
What?
How?
We don't know exactly. It seems he forced the security doors.
Get me Skydiver 3. How in blazes could one unarmed man cut his way through 5 centimeters of steel plate doors?
Captain on the line, sir.
Captain, it's highly probable that you have a saboteur aboard.
Well, if there is, sir, he can only be up top. We can handle it.
Yes, I'm sure you can, Captain. Well, keep me informed.
Yes, sir.
Break out the small arms.
Yes, sir.
He's up there, sir, on the conning tower.
Out of the question.
But, sir, we can open the hatch and rush him.
I said no, Captain.
Have you reached the safe dive area?
Yes, sir, just about.
Then take her down.
Sir?
I said submerge.
Commander, there's a man up there. One unarmed man.
Captain, I gave you a direct order.
Take her down. Dive, dive, dive!
Flight 1 and 2.
What a mess.
What did that to his hand?
I don't know. Let's take a look around.
Paul?
Clem Mason, 35, construction manager. Suddenly walked off the site yesterday afternoon. No record.
Another Mr. Average. It doesn't add up. He kills Luritzen, tries to get through the security net, is discovered, gets caught in the voice print trap, and then gets out through tungsten steel doors.
It's also been established that he was unarmed and had nothing on his person.
Right. He gets aboard Skydiver 3, a ship that's been checked with the most sophisticated electronic devices we have, and yet, minutes later, gets blown out of the water.
Well, you said he was a Mr. Average, but no normal man could have clawed his way out of those doors.
So he possessed, or was possessed by, some superhuman force.
In place of superhuman, try alien.
And you are next on the list, Commander.
More important, so is this control center. Look, feed every scrap of information we have into the computer. Every fact, no matter how insignificant. Bend the program if necessary.
Morning.
Hello.
Hey, take a look.
Yeah, that could be something. I'll check the details.
Come in.
Morning, sir.
Miss Simmons. I didn't expect you.
Didn't expect me. I want to make sure you catch that plane.
Well, we've been looking for you. I contacted your parents. Are you all right?
Oh, fine, sir. Why?
Miss Simmons, leave all that. Yesterday afternoon, you...
Yes, sir?
I think I ought to call someone. A doctor or...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yes, that's right. Immediate.
We may have something.
Good.
Clark and Mason live in the same area.
The computer's come up with a police report that could fit.
2 nights ago, a patrolman was brutally murdered and left on the side of the road. The police surgeon states that extraordinary, almost inhuman strength was used to strangle him.
Now, the time of death was put at 2200 hours. The patrolman reported in at 2154. He was checking out a car apparently abandoned by the roadside.
We checked the registration of that car, and it belongs to Miss Linda Simmons, who lives less than a mile from Mason. We have her address, and we know where she works.
Well, it's the best lead we've got so far. Let's go to work. Got anything for a size A problem? Deluxe version?
The stomach upset's easier to cure.
Yes, I'm sure it would be. Doctor, you said something the other day that stuck in my mind. You were talking about psychiatric conditions, how tensions and stresses can build up in a person until finally...
Subject explodes mentally.
And physically.
Yeah, I have a theory. But I must warn you, it's pretty wild.
Go ahead, Doctor. Try me.
A human body, muscles, brain, operates on a series of minute electrical charges flowing around a complex of low-voltage electrical circuits. The nervous system Sometimes the electrical balance is disturbed.
Mental disorder.
Imagine the situation where, for some reason, the balance swings violently off-center. The body becomes supercharged, like a thundercloud before a storm. If such a charged being could exist, it may be able to draw on all the primitive forces of the universe, attract them to itself. Space, time, light, electrical potential, energy, they're all related. The result,
a human bomb.
A psychobomb.
Foster to control. I've just checked Miss Simmons' apartment. She's not there.
Can I see your pass? Thank you.
You. What happened?
A man's been killed.
Who did it?
We don't know yet, but whoever it was beat his head to a pulp.
Miss Simmons?
Yes?
My name's Paul Foster.
That looks very impressive.
A couple of nights ago, you were driving back along Route 107
Yes?
in this car.
Yes. Oh, the police.
What about the police?
A patrolman stopped me. I still don't know why.
I'd like to talk to you about that.
Okay. Why not?
Let's take a walk.
Paul, it looks like Miss Simmons is it. She must be considered highly dangerous. Paul? Come in, Paul. Come in, Colonel Foster.
Well, Mr. Foster, you wanted to talk to me?
Yes, How about some lunch?
Well, the UFO's been in the Earth's atmosphere nearly 48 hours. It must move soon before it starts to disintegrate. Let's concentrate the search area here.
Yes, sir. The mobiles are moving in now, sir.
Good. What about Foster?
Still can't contact him.
Been in the office at all today?
How do you know I work in an office?
We have our methods.
No, my boss is flying out to Geneva. He's a big man.
You don't like him?
Yes, I think he's sweet. I always call him Sir. Look at the fish. There's a big one. It's funny, I feel I've known you a long time.
4 hours.
Search still negative, sir.
Keep them at it.
Yes, sir.
To all sections, repeat, to all sections. Shadow mobiles 1 and 2 are proceeding into new search area.
Paul? Why did you come to see me?
I don't know. Maybe it was your personal magnetism.
Seriously, why all the questions?
Routine.
Just routine?
There's nothing to worry about.
But you do believe me. Don't you, Paul? Don't you, Paul? Don't you, Paul?
He's what? Foster is bringing Linda Simmons to the studio. Commander, did you hear what I said?
I heard.
She is programmed to kill you.
Her target is also this control. I'd rather fight that situation on my own terms. When she arrives, take her straight to room 22. That's all, Colonel.
Still nothing, sir.
This is Commander Straker to all mobiles and search aircraft. It is imperative, repeat, imperative, that the UFO be located as soon as possible.
Commander. I can't explain why I did it. I believe she's innocent, but to bring her back here...
Forget it, Paul. In the end, it was my decision. Where is she now?
In 22.
Who's with her?
Colonel Lake.
Now, don't give me I don't know. I want answers. Why did you kill your boss?
I didn't.
And the patrolman, why?
I just don't understand what you're
You
talking
put your hands round his throat and you choked the life out of him.
Stop it.
You pressed and pressed.
Stop it, please.
Gone.
Still can't believe it.
That she could cave in a man's skull with her bare hands? A psychobomb. The ability to call on the potential of the entire universe. But what triggers it off?
Stay back. That's far enough. I said that's far enough. One step more and I'll fire.
Area 4 green. Ground radar have it on positive track.
Sky 4 to control. Have UFO on radar.
How far?
In range in 3 minutes.
us an ultimatum.
Surrender. Surrender, Shadow.
You know that we can never do that.
You have no alternative.
High voltage. That's the trigger.
The UFO that controls you has been destroyed. Miss Simmons! If you touch those cables...
Surrender.
Emergency circuits.
Linda.
UFO destroyed. Returning to base.
How did you know Skyfall got that UFO?
I didn't.